Okay, we got so much, these carpets have traffic lanes and they're so dark. We're gonna do a method we've never done on YouTube before. We've done it before, but not on YouTube. We're gonna get the pad super wet, because the wetter the pad, the harder scrubbing this stuff. And we don't care about getting the carpet wet, because we're gonna use an extractor to follow up what we're doing. But we're gonna be pouring water on the pad every so often and keeping it soaked. And we're gonna get this stuff cleaned out of the carpet with a wet pad. It's got soap sprayed on it too, solution. But this is how we do it. We want plenty of water on the pad. Because this has a heavy, bad traffic lane in it. It may not show on camera because it's dark in here, but it's bad. It's real bad. The stain is lifting, it's doing its job. It's still going to take a few minutes though because it's a lot of stain to deal with. And I'm going to keep the pad very, very wet. The minute I get the idea it's starting to dry up in the least bit, I'm going to get it wet with that water again from that gallon jug. And we're not worried about getting the carpet wet with a lot of water off the pad. We're going to extract, so it's not an issue to us. Okay, time to get the pad wet again. And if you notice, I'm not squeezing the pad out and getting dirt out of it. I don't care about dirt. I'm scrubbing with the pad, and the extractor will get all the dirt out when I extract here in a couple of minutes. That's sopping wet. That's how you want it to be. So wet that it looks like it's not right. And we're going to fix these traffic lanes by doing this, and it's going to be fast. See how the dirt's just coming out, the dark areas? The pad's absorbing, but it's real wet, so the funny thing about how these pads work is they go across the carpeting. It's like the water dehydrates because of the friction of the pad. So the dirt gets trapped in the pad, but the water kind of just disappears. It just dehydrates because of the friction. That's really what happens. So right now I'm actually absorbing a lot of dirt, and I'm losing all the water out of the pad, which is why I'll have to wet it down here in just a second. Okay. And like I say in this, we're not really worried about getting the carpet wet. We're going to extract. Now if you don't have an extractor, you can use this method if you want a bonnet clean if you have an Oreck arbiter. But when you're done, you need to get another pad that's clean and it's dry, and you need to go and you need to run over the carpet again and try to get the excess water out that you're putting down through this method. But you can do that and use it, you can bonnet clean with this method too. You don't have to have an extractor. But since we do, this is how we're doing it. But if I didn't have this, I just get a clean pad that's not wet. I just lightly get it wet so it don't cause friction damage to the carpet. And I go over all this again with a clean pad, and I'd extract as much of the water, this excess water, out of the carpet as I could. When we're done with this, the carpet's going to look dark because it's got extra water in it. When it dries up, it'll be fine, but it's going to look darker because of the extra water we're going to leave in it. But when you got a traffic jam that's real bad, you got to do what you got to do. Okay. Get it wet again. We're close. The traffic lanes that were real dark are already lightened up a lot. All this right here. Yeah, I got some stuff over here. It's not as bad. It'll come up pretty easy. It's lightly soiled. Okay. Now remember, when we're done doing the video, we show you an after shot after we clean the carpet. These areas I went over with this are going to look dark, and it's not because we didn't get the dirt out. It's because we added a little more water to these areas, and they'll just take a little longer to dry than the parts of the carpet that didn't get quite as wet. But they'll look good when they dry. Now I'm basically done, and I know my pad is pretty dry because of the friction of it going over the carpet. So I'm taking advantage of it to help extract just a little bit of water, because to make the water dissipate because of friction. I'm trying to get the carpet a little dry before I start extracting. But I'm about to run the extractor here in just a minute. And I don't anticipate getting 100% of this traffic lane out because it's gotten to the point where it's ruined the carpet fibers. It's stripped the color off the fibers. You can't fix that. So it'll make it look a lot better, but it'll still have some traffic lane wear because you can't fix stripped fibers. But that looks pretty good. All right. We'll shut off the camera, and when we come back, we'll have the extractor ready to do the room for you.